What if Naruto was Dante's reincarnation, Part 5? Through the mist, Team 7 see the silhouette of Haku standing still, with each of his hands clasped around Senbon ready to attack, while Zabuza appears in the middle of the group using his silent killing technique. When Zabuza swings his blade, it clashes with Naruto's sword, locking them in a stalemate, while the rest of the team and Tazuna back away from the two ninja. At the same time, Haku runs in trying to end Tazuna quickly, but he also clashes with someone. Sasuke was stood in front of Haku with two kunais out and his Sharingan piercing into Haku's eyes. With the two battles raging on, it's unclear to Kakashi on whether he should intervene, as the boys seem to have everything under control. Naruto and Sasuke, both using their blades, lunge towards their respective opponents. Naruto slices towards Zabuza's midsection, but is blocked by him swinging his sword at Naruto's head, trying to end it and complete his mission. While Sasuke seems to be having an easy time against Haku, but Haku keeps speeding up and pushing Sasuke more as he knows that he must protect Zabuza from that strange boy. Haku starts manoeuvring around Sasuke to get his back facing Naruto's. When this happens, he sees his opening and throws a Senbon at Naruto's back, trying to kill him, pretty much the same way he did before. But the Senbon was blocked by a floating blue dagger. Shocked, Haku looks at Sasuke, whose eyes had started changing once again. He now had two dagger-like tomoe in each eye, both spinning around his pupil as he controls the dagger, changing its direction, shooting straight towards Haku. Haku blocked the dagger, this left him open to a kick to his ribs, fracturing two of them. Haku coughs up blood before using the demonic ice mirror jutsu, trapping Sasuke inside. Naruto, seeing this happening, starts rushing to Sasuke's side, but is cut off by Zabuza swinging wildly, trying to cut Naruto into little pieces. Kakashi, knowing that someone needs to help Sasuke, joins the fight, holding Zabuza at bay, while Naruto jumps inside. With the two boys together, Haku starts his assault, moving from mirror to mirror at blinding speeds, throwing Senbon and actually aiming for their vital points this time, seeing them both as significant threats to his master's plans. Each Senbon thrown misses its mark by millimeters, but gets closer and closer to finally piercing Naruto. Noticing, Naruto starts using his sword to block the Senbon, while Sasuke tries using Fire Style to melt the mirrors. But the mirrors just keep repairing themselves, which is pissing Sasuke off to no end. Haku starts putting more pressure on the two, eventually causing enough damage to the already fragile sword, snapping the blade in two. Haku darts towards Naruto at double his previous speed, outspeeding Naruto's vision, but Sasuke, who can easily perceive this, jumps in front of Naruto and punches Haku with enough force to smash him through one of the mirrors. Sasuke turns to Naruto and says, "I don't want to see you on the floor in a pool of blood ever again." Then with a small smile, he adds, "even if you can come back from the dead." Naruto chuckles a bit before both of them step out of the mirrors ready for round two. But the sight they see is completely different. Haku, who was flung towards Zabuza Kakashi, got in the way of his lightning blade, saving his master as his very last action. Zabuza laughs, telling Kakashi that even a broken tool is useful sometimes. He tries cutting through Haku to kill Kakashi, but Naruto, who was livid at how Zabuza just disregarded Haku's sacrifice, activates that dark power once again, flying towards Zabuza with a flying kick to his chest, knocking the wind out of him. Zabuza gets up and says with a maniacal laugh, "What is this, your rebellious stage?" But the laughing fades away when Naruto opens his hand and his sword appears. Now Naruto chuckles with a blood-curdling glee and says, "Rebellion? That's a good name. And it'll be the last thing you see going into your skull. Naruto springs forward again, this time with his sword stretched out in front of him like a spear. Zabuza tries to dodge, but the rebellion goes through his shoulder, nearly ripping his arm off. Naruto smiles. Naruto's smile gets even wider, seeing Zabuza in pain, and then goes for the kill, severing Zabuza's head from his shoulders, slaying the Demon of the Mist. Sakura, basically shitting herself at this point, runs over to Sasuke for protection, but Sasuke was nearly cowering himself, seeing Naruto in this demonic state, and feeling the amount of bloodlust oozing out of him. It's at this point that Gato and his men turn up on the bridge, although some of them had already jumped off the edge, after seeing what Naruto just did to Zabuza. The ones that stayed were ordered by Gato to kill them all. To this, Naruto just smiles evilly and springs towards them, ripping them apart one by one, blood spraying everywhere, some of them not even using his sword to kill. The slaughter only stopped when Gato's head fell into the river below. Naruto, covered in blood, turns around to the rest of his team and smiles before reverting to his base form and falling to his knees. Tazuna, Sasuke and Sakura in unison keel over, vomiting after seeing so much blood and carnage. Kakashi, used to this, but still a bit shook, walked over to Naruto and told him that was unnecessary and that he needs to get whatever power this is under control, as he becomes so volatile that he could have killed one of his comrades. Naruto hangs his head with tears flowing down his face, not knowing what's happening to him, saying if it wasn't for that damn fox, he wouldn't be like this. Naruto suddenly feels himself being pulled into his mindscape by the Ninetales roaring. The Ninetale shouts at Naruto, saying that he wants an apology. It's not because of him that this happened. He has no control of what Naruto does with his own power. They get into a small argument, but Naruto comes to realise that the fox is right, and apologises for his comment. The Ninetales accepts the apology, but warns him not to blame him again, like the rest of the village. Naruto exits his mindscape to feel himself in a hug. Kakashi had knelt down and hugged Naruto, telling him that even though the power is dark, Naruto isn't. This power is yours, and you can't let it control you. Naruto then wipes away his tears and heads towards Sasuke and Sakura to apologise to them as well. But Sasuke had an angry expression on his face and simply tells Naruto that if he doesn't get his power under control, how is he ever going to protect his friends? His anger then turns into a genuine smile, telling Naruto that he's going to be left in the dust otherwise. Naruto chuckles slightly before looking to Sakura, who was as pale as a ghost. He then gives Sakura a hug before she can say anything, telling that he would never hurt any of his friends, no matter what. Some colour came back into her face after he said this, as she wraps her hands around Naruto, telling him that she was so scared, that she couldn't bear to lose any of her friends, especially Naruto or Sasuke. Naruto lets her go and smiles, saying that neither of them are going anywhere anytime soon. Tazuna then interjects very nervously and asks if they can get back to work as the bridge isn't going to finish itself. Team 7 oversee the construction for the last day and then head home. Tazuna thanks them for everything and tells them he's been naming the bridge the Great Naruto Bridge for everything that he did to protect him. So they head back to the village, trying to come up with some kind of explanation to what's happening to Naruto. Sakura jokingly says that maybe he's a demon. The three again start laughing, but Kakashi starts thinking, but stays quiet that it may be the case. Alright, yeah, let me know what you think and any improvements I can make. See you next time. Bye.